Hey girlies, welcome back to No Pick Me's Allowed. We're going to watch this girl talk about how she tricked on her boyfriend and still got played at the end. Let's keep watching.
Put a finger down if you spend almost $8,000 on a surprise trip to Bahamas for your now ex-boyfriend because you wanted to show appreciation to him because you felt like he was a pretty good boyfriend for that year, and also because you wanted to lift up his spirits because business wasn't really doing that well and you wanted to show him a pretty good time. Now, even though you've been to Bahamas before, it didn't matter to you because this trip was not about you. This trip was specifically about him, bringing up his spirits and making sure that he has a good time. So you plan this out for 2 months and you tell him that you're going to AC for an influencer trip and you want him to come with you. So of course he agrees to come, and the day of the trip you surprise him with the trip with the index card challenge. So keep in mind, he has no idea where he's going. You paid and booked for everything, and you specifically picked Bahamas because when you guys first started talking, he told you he always wanted to go to Bahamas. So as you're revealing each index card to him, it's just making you happy because you're seeing his eyes light up, and it's just making you really joyful because you just feel like you're just taking the pressure off his back for everything he's going through at the time. You go to Bahamas, you're excited, you're having fun, both of you are having fun, and then you come back home. So this is where shit goes left. Yeah, this is where shit goes left. So at this time, it's maybe about a week since you guys came back from your trip, and you go through your phone and you see you have all these index card videos. So you're like, you know what? Let me just put together this video. The index card challenge is pretty popular. I'm just gonna put this video together, and then I'm gonna have him post it on his page because, you know, it probably do a little bit of numbers and it'll bring a lot of traffic to his page, and that traffic will, you know, it'll probably convert into clients, and clients will convert into coins. Okay, so you know do a little bit of numbers because, you know, a woman spending money or flying out a man is just like, who does that? So you know that would bring traffic. It'll do a little bit of numbers, so you thought wrong. So your boyfriend at the time posts the video, and day by day the views skyrockets. It goes from 300,000, 500,000, all the way up to 10 million views. So you and your man is here wondering why this video is going so viral, because in the beginning you were getting really good comments. Like, you had a lot of good comments, but then the bad ones came rolling in, and then you started realizing why this was going so viral. It was going viral because they were coming at your man's reaction, girl, or the reaction he didn't have. Because your man's reaction was nonchalant. Your man didn't really have a reaction because every time your man picked a card and it said, you're going to Bahamas, or it said first class, there was no smile. It was just, oh.
He is so proud to say, my man this. Like, I feel a Pick Misha spirit from this one, right? Because you spending a bag on a man that don't even care. He don't even care about you. I think that's what it is. He doesn't care about you, right? And so, ladies, take a note from this. Look how beautiful she is, and she's still a Pick Misha. That shows us that any woman could be a Pick Misha. It doesn't matter if she's a big bag. It doesn't matter if she looks like a supermodel. She can be a Pick Misha. It's all about your self-esteem, and do you know the dating game? That's what it's about. Because if you allow yourself to be played by these men, and we got all of these Shira 7 videos, it's on you. Anyways, let's keep watching.
And everybody was like, are you, what? Girl, you might want to get a new man. So you're just here getting dragged in the comments, being told that you need a new man. Yeah. Now, you could kind of understand why the people in the comments were so mad and annoyed at your man's reaction at the time, because a lot of women would not do that. A lot of women wouldn't even buy a 4 for 4 for a nigga. And here this woman go, here you go. Mind you, there's no occasion. You're doing this just because you want to see your man happy, just because you want to make your man's life just a little easier. And that's his reaction. So they're mad for you. They're bad for you and they want better for you. So you could kind of understand why. But at the time, you thought you knew your man. You're just like, no. But you didn't know your man. You didn't. So as you in them comments, sticking by your man, sticking up for your man, just for a year later, during your last argument, after you break up with him, he looks you in your face and he says, what the fuck have you ever done for me? Your face. Mind you, he's saying this with the almost $10,000 pendant chain dangling from his neck. So you point at the chain, he looks at the chain and he looks you in your face again, screams and says, yeah, because that's the only shit you got right in this relationship. He says that to you. After all this, he says that to you. So yeah.
Everyone knows who Princella is, Pastor P on YouTube. There's this one message that I was listening to last night, and she said, a lot of women are sleeping with their enemies, and they don't even know it. And some of them know it. She was living in Delulu land, believing that this was her man, when in fact it was her enemy. This man despised you, disliked you, and still slept with you, still went on dates with you, still went out the country with you, smiled in your face while being your enemy. It just makes me look back at my dating life and ask myself, wow, which one of these guys were my enemies? And I can say for all of them, they were all my enemies. But the real enemy is yourself. You know why? Because you put yourself in a position where somebody hated your guts. And you didn't want to see through those tinted glasses.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And I do have to pose the question, is this really what women are out here doing for men? A $10,000 chain that she bought for him. Like, ladies, what are y'all doing? And if you do want to...
I'm going to move to the side.
Ladies, what are y'all doing? And if you do want to spoil your man with anything on a special occasion, do you guys not have their card for those special occasions? Well, I guess it's just me. Nonetheless, this is what she responded when someone asked her, I hope you took that chain back.
Okay, and for the people asking if I got my chain back, unfortunately, I did not get my chain back. In the midst of us arguing, I asked him, can I get my chain back? Since obviously I don't do shit for you, let me get the chain back. And he just went mute. And it's funny because throughout this whole process, I really had the urge to pull that shit out his neck, because as it's dangling on his neck, like my fingers was tingling and I wanted to pull it off his neck so bad. But in the midst of this, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this man is driving. Not only is this man driving, I kind of know him. Like, he has fast reflexes. We both box, mind you. He has fast reflexes. If I go and try to grab this chain, two things is either going to happen. He's either going to swerve and we're going to get into an accident, or he's going to hit me and we're going to have a whole DV situation. And it really was not worth. And honestly, it really was not worth it. I'm just like, because if he hits me, it's going down in this motherfucking car. And I had a list of clients. It was just so much going through my mind that I'm just like, trying to pull this chain is probably not the best idea. So I'm like, I bet you can hold that chain, but I'm going to make sure, since you don't want to give it back, because, you know, like I said, you don't appreciate shit that I do for you. So why you have the chain on? And he wears that shit proudly. So I'm just like, I bet I'm going to make sure that every time you wear that chain, people know how you got that chain and people know the story behind that chain. So keep wearing that shit proudly. Just go ahead. keep wearing it. So no. Yeah. And I'm going to insert the chain right here. I'm going to move to the side. I'm going to insert the chain right here. This is the chain that I got. And yeah, he can wear it proudly, but he just know, anytime y'all see that mother chain, you gonna always think of me, bitch. All right? And you wearing that chain is gonna be an embarrassment, okay? Like, you fucked up when you had a good woman, a great woman, and you decided to disrespect her in many ways, even after I practically begged you not to. You fucked up. And these are your repercussions. These are your consequences. So, keep wearing that chain. This is the chain. Put it back up. This is it. And that's his business name, engraved.
All those podcasts where they're telling women to take care of them, to spoil them, to treat them nicely. And this woman does all of that above and beyond. And guess what? She's still single. After all of that investment, she's still single. And this man has the audacity to say, "What have you done for me?" Ladies, do nothing. Don't be beneficial to these men. It's not worth it. A man is supposed to come in your life and make your life easier, not the other way around. Because all he's going to do is resent you. You're just putting yourself in a masculine position. And she's a beautiful girl. And she still got played like this at the end. Anyways, y'all, subscribe and like for more topics like this. Thank you for watching.